All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking some fascinating source material on a platform that's seriously trying to carve out a massive piece of the generative AI landscape for itself. We're talking about SJinn. Now, they're firmly positioning this platform as your ultimate intelligent agent for content creation. If you've been following the crazy, rapid evolution of AI tools lately, you already know the race is way past just generating a single static image, right? It's all about workflow now. It's about autonomy and multimodal capabilities. And SJinn, well, they are making a very deliberate play to be the absolute all-in-one powerhouse for modern creators. Let's see exactly how they set up this pitch. Right at the top of their platform, they hit us with this bold thesis statement. They say, transform your creative vision into reality with AI-powered image, video, audio, and 3D content creation. I mean, notice the sheer breadth of that claim. They're not just trying to sell you another text-to-image generator here. They're explicitly calling out video, audio, and even 3D content. By packaging all of these formats together into one space, SJinn is basically sending a huge signal. As a creator, you shouldn't have to bounce around between 5 different subscriptions and clunky interfaces just to build out a multimedia project. They want to be the central hub where the whole shebang comes to life. Now, what is genuinely fascinating about this is how SJinn boils down that incredibly complex multimodal generation into a dead simple 2-step workflow. Step 1, just describe it. Step 2, SJinn will make it happen. That's it. Behind the scenes, we know there are massive neural networks, heavy diffusion models, and super complex rendering processes grinding away. But from your perspective as the user, SJinn is selling extreme abstraction. You just bring the natural language, literally just your description, and this intelligent agent acts as your director, your animator, and your audio engineer all rolled into one. It's a massive promise of completely frictionless creation. Of course, frictionless definitely doesn't mean featureless, so let's look at section 1 of our outline. Under the hood, focusing on modes and versions. A huge indicator of a mature AI platform is how it handles different skill levels and workflow preferences, right? Because we all work differently. SJinn tackles this head-on by offering 3 distinct operating interfaces: agent mode, tool mode, and canvas mode. Honestly, this is brilliant because you aren't locked into one rigid way of doing things. Say you want the AI to just take the wheel and autonomously guide your prompt all the way to a finished product. Boom, use agent mode. But maybe you need to do something highly specific, like heavily edit a single frame. You switch over to tool mode. And if you just want an open sandbox to brainstorm, drag things around, and arrange multiple elements freely, you've got canvas mode. It's all about meeting the creator exactly where they are. And underneath those interfaces are the actual core generation engines powering the whole thing. We've got V1, V2, and their newly available Seedance 2.0 model. This shows a really clear progression and a serious commitment to constantly upgrading their core tech. What's especially notable here is just how heavily they are pushing Seedance 2.0. In fact, the source material explicitly points to a dedicated ultimate guide to Seedance 2.0 right on their blog. So this tells us Seedance 2.0 isn't just a minor little patch, it's a major leap forward in their rendering or conceptual capabilities. It's so big, it requires its own deep dive documentation so users can actually figure out how to fully leverage it. But what does all this actually look like in practice? Let's move to section 2, wild and specific creative use cases. This really builds a picture of true versatility by showing off the extreme ends of the visual spectrum. On one hand, you have highly grounded, mundane realism. Think prompts like 2 elderly people conversing at sunset, or the incredibly specific, slightly gritty vibe of door cam animals. But then, on the exact same platform, you can pivot entirely to highly stylized animation. We're talking generating a 3D cartoon travel video or a Pixar-style story. By putting these side by side, SJinn is telling creators, hey, you don't need to go find a separate model for photorealism and another one for animation. Their agent understands the nuance of both aesthetics perfectly. Crucially, SJinn goes incredibly deep into specialized, notoriously difficult functions. Take complex audio syncing, for instance. They aren't just letting you slap an audio track over a video. They're doing music story videos synced with lyrics, having a character introduce themselves by rap, and generating precise character speech. Now compare that to character tracking, which is basically the holy grail of AI video right now. We are talking about maintaining multi-character consistency across completely different shots, taking a character on world travel, and even handling chronological character aging transformations. Guys, these are super advanced techniques that would usually require hours and hours of manual tweaking in traditional editing software. Beyond the heavy technical flexes, the platform also heavily promotes these highly specific, honestly slightly quirky, mini-narratives to inspire people. They list prompts like a penguin doctor vlog, a cat story video, or even turning a character into a figure video. Now, why on earth would you highlight a penguin doctor vlog? Well, because it proves the model's ability to stick to bizarre, highly imaginative prompts. It shows that the AI isn't just spitting out generic stock footage concepts, it can actually understand and render the delightfully strange ideas that live in a creator's head. It's perfectly prepped for making super engaging social media content or just totally unique storytelling. Okay, now it's time to ground all of this in reality. Let's hit section 3, logistics, ecosystem, and practicalities. Right from the jump on their landing page, SJinn uses some pretty aggressive marketing tactics. We instantly see this high urgency push with 40% off annual plans. But okay, look at that subscription tier name, the Nano Banana Pro Unlimited. I love this because it tells us so much about their brand voice. They are combining serious, professional-grade technology with this highly internet-native, almost meme marketing sensibility. It's clearly designed to appeal to modern digital creators who just want unlimited, unthrottled access, specifically to that wild new Seedance 2.0 engine, but without all the stiff, boring corporate branding you get with legacy software. But don't be fooled, they aren't only targeting solo internet creators. In their FAQ section, they prominently feature this question: does SJinn support enterprise-level team plans? Now, while the source material doesn't give us the exact pricing details for those plans, simply posing this question right on the main page is a massive signal. It highlights that SJinn is actively positioning its architecture to scale. They want professional studios, marketing agencies, and large corporate teams to know, hey, this platform can totally handle your collaborative workflows and heavy enterprise-level demands. Similarly, they tackle the absolute elephant in the room for any serious creator or enterprise: data security. By highlighting the question, are projects created in SJinn private, they directly address the core concern of intellectual property protection. Because look, when you are generating high-level storyboards, proprietary marketing assets, or original character designs, you absolutely need to know your prompts and outputs aren't just being scraped or broadcasted to the whole world. Acknowledging this upfront is a totally crucial step for building trust with high-value users. Now, what is genuinely fascinating to me is that SJinn doesn't pretend it exists in a vacuum. Right there on their site, the platform directly links out to and acknowledges other major players and utility tools in the AI space. They explicitly reference the Kling AI video generator, Sora 2 image to video, Kiss video generator, Pika Labs, and even essential tools for removing video watermarks. This is a very confident play. By placing itself firmly and openly within a list of the current heavy hitters of the AI video ecosystem, SJinn is essentially saying, look, we know who our peers are, we know what tools you're already researching, and we believe our agent belongs right at the very top of that list. Which brings us to the perfect concluding thought, pulled straight from their own FAQ: what makes SJinn different from other AI tools? Ultimately, with so many options available out there right now, from Kling to Pika Labs to Sora, this is exactly the question you should be asking yourself. Based on what we've unpacked in this explainer today, SJinn's answer relies on totally seamless, multimodal integration, the sheer flexibility of giving you agent and canvas modes, and the cutting-edge power of their Seedance 2.0 engine. The tools are officially here, and the friction is pretty much gone. The real question is, when the AI can do almost anything, what limits are even left on your creative vision?